Hey guys, what's going on? Today I'm going to be doing a nice little interior upgrade for the Audi S3 8V, and that's going to be swapping out the stock DSG shift knob with something that looks and feels way better. So what makes this new shifter install special is the completely new adapter from Likewise. Now this features a completely redesigned pull-up lockout mechanism that replaces the S3's normal shift function that usually locks you out of park and reverse. It's clean, it's functional, and it opens up your options for aftermarket knobs. And we all love to have some options when it comes to knobs. Okay, so first things first, we're in the car. This boot area is one piece that lifts out of this surround. So we just have to kind of tug on this enough to see it start to move. There we go. Just slowly and gently pry the clips undone all the rest of the way around. There we go. So we now have the boot free. So we lift this up over. All right, guys, I've got my safety glasses on so that I'm ready for this next step, because this is where things get tricky. We have to do the twist. That's right, guys. This next move is called the twist. It's been passed down from generation to generation, and if you do it wrong, you're in a world of pain. Let's give it a go, guys. We have the boot lifted up, and on my model Audi S3, it has this plastic clip around the base, and so all we're going to do is twist it. Let's get some slow-mo action replay in here as well. And then all we have to do to unlock this is do the twist. That's it. It's that simple. All we have to do is pull up, but we have to also make sure that we're not going to press this button in. So we sort of have to pull it out a little bit while we're pulling up. Whew! And there you go, just like that. So it's not that hard. It just takes a little bit of force to get it off the shaft there. Okay, this next part is kind of tricky. We have to separate the boot from this plastic clip that is holding the boot onto the actual shift knob. If you get a zip tie, you can wrap it around these 4 prongs, which will then allow the knob to slip out from the other side. So the cable tie just kind of holds these tabs in, which allows the whole thing to slide out. That will probably come off in the process, but that's all right. Just like that. Beautiful. All right, so just to make sure that this whole mechanism works with this adapter, I'm going to just place this over and just sort of test it before I put the boot on. So you can see there's this little hole in the new adapter, and that has to line up with the hole in the OEM assembly. And then this set screw kind of goes through like that and joins both the items together. So what we want to do is line this up roughly with the middle, about there. Then we want to put the set screw through, and we want to jiggle it gently, and it should go through once you've found the right spot. There we go. So that can now actually pull up that lockout. So then we tighten that with this 2mm key. Now obviously the bottom isn't locked in place yet, so it's not doing the full thing that it's supposed to do, but it's enough for us to test if I can shift gears or not at the moment. So foot on the brake, and if I try to pull, it won't let me shift. If I lift this up, there we go, I can shift into reverse. I can shift down to neutral like stock, drive, sport, etc. Then I can go back up to neutral. I can't go into reverse, but I can pull it up and go into reverse. And I can't push it into park, but I can pull it up and go into park. Very cool. Okay, so in order to fit the boot over the new shifter, I've turned it inside out, and I'm going to try to push that base through that hole. Which, look, I've never given birth before, but I assume that's a pretty similar size comparison. right? I'm going to get in so much trouble for saying that. Alrighty, attempt 1. What could go wrong? There's absolutely no way that's getting through there. I might need to trim this just slightly. I'm just going to give it a little snip here. Just to open this up just a little bit. Try to cut it off evenly. Maybe, what's that? Maybe ½ inch or so. Just around all 4 corners on that reinforced section. So let's try that. Look at that, beautiful. So there we go, we are through to the little section of the shifter that has the little gap on it to sit in. Look at that. That looks pretty neat. Alright, so I'm going to turn the boot inside out one final time and put the zip tie in place just to hold it on there. I'm just going to position this away from those Allen bolts that I need to access for the last bit. So that's how it's going to look. Pretty neat. Okay, so I'm going to make sure that the bottom part is straight. That looks pretty straight to me. Now I'm going to tighten it down properly. So we can push this boot down now. So let's try to get this set screw through the middle. And that should allow us to engage the lockout once more. So now with the set screw holding that top section in place and me holding the thing up in the air without, I'm not actually pulling the lockout mechanism up. All right, I'm just going to the point where you can just feel the resistance start. Then I'm going to tighten the base in place on the shaft. Okay, so now the base is sitting up in the right position. We can push the boot down and get access to this little set screw again. And we can tighten that into place for what is hopefully the last time as well. So let's double check that this all works now. Okay, so I can't shift gears at the moment, but if I pull up on the stick and press on the brake, I can go into reverse. Neutral, I can't go up into reverse, but if I pull up I can. And if I might need to go slightly higher. It doesn't like going into park. It goes into reverse okay. Park is a bit tricky. That's okay. So all that means is I probably have to adjust the base up slightly, and that'll be good. But as it is, it's working. But I just want to get rid of that little notchy feeling going into park. All that's left to do is to screw on my knob. There we go. Now, I don't have the logo facing where I want it to face just for now, but I just wanted to sort of test everything out. That looks so cool. That's awesome. Cool as. Alright, so I've put the ratchet roughly where the logo was sitting. So now if I just loosen it until it's sitting at the 6 o'clock, about there, that should be in the right position. Let's try now. Oh, so close. So close. All right, one more time. Hopefully last time. This is a heavy shift knob. I don't want to keep doing this. Boom. So there you have it. One Likewise shifter installed in my 2014 Audi S3 8V. I never thought I would see the day that I would have a Likewise shifter in my DSG car. That is so cool. I love everything about this. I love that. That's cool as. Okay, so since recording that last clip, I did realize that that little screw on the front there is actually meant to be on the other side, so that when you're driving along, you don't actually see that screw. I'm going to go and take this apart and put that screw through from the back so that we don't see it. So we'll flip that around there. I'll put it through from the back. This is a little bit crooked anyway, but I'm not too fussed about that because now we're not going to see it. Sometimes it's the little things, isn't it? So there you go, guys. That is the Likewise Ghost shifter in my Audi S3. That is absolutely schmick. How good does that look? So that's it for today's install, guys. What did you think? Let me know in the comments what you think of this new Likewise shifter that's available for your Volkswagen and Audi DSG. Personally, I like it. I like the touch. I think it looks really good. I think that particular Ghost knob on the top goes well with the Audi interior. It does bring a clean, safe, and stylish mod to the interior of these cars, which until now, having a DSG, that wasn't always available. So guys, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for lots more Audi content coming soon. A big thanks to the Likewise guys for this new product and for getting me one of these early copies and letting me try it out and film all this stuff. So awesome, thank you very much guys. And I think that's probably it for this one. I'll see you in the next one. The twist.